Hey guys, so I thought that I would start my budgeting videos. My name is Nicole. I am 29 years old. I have one child. And yeah, I budget. I budget paycheck to paycheck. So here's my Erin condren. I already did the my monthly budget layout with the Sarah Marie sticker kit. So yeah, let's get in here and start budgeting. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to budget is just my income. I probably won't share, my actual budget or my actual income, just because I don't feel comfortable doing that yet. So our income sources is my husband Nate's income, my income, and then I'm going to put miscellaneous just because you never know. So again, I'm going to leave that blank just because as of right now I just don't feel comfortable sharing that. Let me zoom out just a little bit so you can see. I'm going to have my Erin condren here on the side, that way I can reference it as we go. Woo, as I break everything. Okay, so my first expense, because of the coronavirus, Regal isn't taking money out, but I'm still trying to keep that money in there just in case that they should. So I'm first going to put Regal. And my husband and I both have that, so it is $40 a month. Let's see. My subscriptions, I have two. I have Weight Watchers and I have YouTube, but I just lump those together because they come out on the same day. So I'm just going to put subscriptions. And that's another $40. The next thing that's due on the 1st, so these are all due on the 1st. The next thing that's due on the 1st is, I just put it all, like I lump these together as well. It's just credit card payments. So I'm just going to put credit. And I pay $160 on the 1st. So that's a lot of money that comes out on the 1st, but let's keep going. And then on the 3rd, I have Verizon that comes out. And then Verizon is $152. I'm trying to go in order. On the 10th, I have a car payment. That is $200. Okay. On the 12th, Disney Plus comes out. And that's $15. On the 15th, we do live with my parents right now. We're building a tiny house, or a tiny apartment type thing in the garage, but it'll be the size of a tiny house. So we just pay utilities. And I give my parents $200 for utilities. And then the next thing is on the 16th, I have another credit card payment. It's actually 2 credit cards, but I lump them together because I pay them on the same day. And so that's $60. Okay. the next thing we have is on the 28th, we have two things. We have Spotify, which is $10, and we have Geico for our car insurance, which is $120. Okay. Yeah, so that's all of our bills. I know a lot of people put their like groceries and stuff in variable expenses, which I think I might try, and then because I don't break mine up into variable or fixed, so I'll try to put them all right here, but if I have to, I'll just come over here to the fixed expenses. It won't bother me. I hope it doesn't bother you. Okay, so I call them our everyday expenses. I don't always pull them out in cash. Some of them I will start to pull out in cash, but because I have an iPhone, I use an app called Simple Budget, and it's like electronic cash envelopes, and it's been working. So, and I don't have to, go to the store and realize, oh, I forgot something at home, and because I always did that. So, our first one is going to be groceries. Some people do it by week. I do it by paycheck. We have 4 paychecks in the month of May, and I do $50 a paycheck. So that is $200. And then our next is gas for our cars. And again, same thing. I do $50 a paycheck. I don't do it by, by weeks or whatever. So again, that's another $200. My son, Tucker, he gets money for, diapers or formula, milk, anything that he needs. He gets $40 a paycheck. So that's $160. We usually buy his diapers in bulk, so that is usually a pretty good number. Sometimes we go over, sometimes we don't, but it's usually, pretty good number. So those are my, everyday expenses. So, for this column over here, I'm going to do my savings instead of fixed expenses because or sinking funds. I do have my, regular savings that I just put any difference from, my income to from this into my savings. But I do have sinking funds. One is my family, my parents and I go together and we buy a cow for our meat. It saves in the long run if you have the room, and we do. So that is what that is. And again, I can't put an amount there because I'm not sure how much is going to be there, but I usually try to at least do $10 a paycheck. So I am going to go ahead and put 40, and then I'll put a little dash here, and then I'll put the actual amount there. The next is Christmas. And again, same thing. I at least try to put 10. Sometimes I can put more, but at least $40. And then I have cow, Christmas. Let me look back at my budget. Sorry, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay, cow, Christmas. I do put some in an emergency fund. Again, I try to at least do $10 a paycheck, so I'm going to put $40 there. My son Tucker actually in May has a doctor's appointment to see a specialist. So I am saving for that. And my goal for this is at least $100 for this month. We have some already in savings, but at least for this month, I need that. So that's it. Let me do some math and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I forgot like everything, so I'll show you what I added. To this side here, which is not like sinking funds or, you know, all that fun stuff, I did add daycare because my son, right now he does not go to daycare, but, you know, I don't know when this is going to go back to normal, so I wanted to budget for it just in case, and if not, then we've got it for whenever they do open. So he goes three times a week, so that's $90 a week at our daycare. So it's $180 every 2 weeks, and I pay it when I get paid, just because that works better in our budget for that. And you'll see that whenever I do our paycheck to paycheck budgeting. On this side, I added haircuts. My husband doesn't like that I cut his hair when I cut his hair, so we're going to start budgeting for haircuts. And I'm going to budget $20 for that. Date night, again, we can't really do anything, and we do have Regal over here, but you know, 20 bucks for, you know, dinner or popcorn or something. So we have that. Etsy, I want to start an Etsy shop. I actually make envelopes and some stickers. So I'm gonna try to, it's been a goal to start an Etsy shop for me, so I'm gonna try to see that come to be in the next couple months, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then personal for my husband and I, we at least try to do $40 for each of us for the whole month. So our expenses for on this side is $1,737, and then for our sinking funds or things that we don't use all of the time is $380, which, let me run some math here. Should have done this while I was gone, but we're all learning here, right? Right. That gives us a total of $2,117. So I'm just going to put this back down here. Expenses is $2,117. That is less than what we bring home in a month. So anything that's left over from our income for the month, I will just put it into savings here. So, and again, I'm not going to share that because I'm not showing my income, so that would, you know, defeat the purpose of not showing your income if you're going to show your savings. So that's our monthly budget. Short, simple. I don't really use this a whole lot, only because we do paycheck to paycheck budgeting and the numbers are kind of smudged sometimes because, like, I may get to put $5 here and $25 in the next time. So, but I am going to do paycheck to paycheck budgeting. So if that interests you, just come back and we'll do that later on this week here, because our first paycheck for May is actually in April. So that's how we budget. So our last paycheck in April will be our first paycheck in May. So that video, the budget video, should be up on Tuesday. So yeah, see you then. Thanks guys. Bye.